Yo, what's good, basketball heads? It's your boy Crush. Let's talk about the Lakers losing to the Clippers in a must-win game, and now they're in trouble. Prior to playing the Clippers, everybody's overhyping the Lakers. Oh, they're one of the hottest team in the NBA. All these delusional Laker fans and the media overhyping the Lakers for defeating sub-500 teams, and now they finally face a good team, and they got smashed. So the Clippers beat the Lakers from the first quarter all the way to the fourth quarter. It wasn't even a game. Easy win. But if you watch all these media personnel on ESPN, FS1, they'll tell you the Lakers, they could possibly win it all. And if you know basketball or have any kind of sense, you're like, come on. That's the most hyperbolic statement. And everyone have been overhyping the Lakers for weeks now because they're playing sub-500 teams and teams that aren't that good. So now they finally face somebody worth talking about, and they got destroyed, manhandled, easy work. But here's the issue. The Clippers, the Warriors, the Lakers, and the Pelicans are all battling, trying to avoid the play-in. But the issue is this. The Lakers just lost last night to the Clippers. Now the Suns are coming up. So if the Lakers lose to the Suns, they're going to end up in the 9th seed, which means they would have to play 2 games to get into the playoff. And if you lose once, you're eliminated. So they're in really deep waters right now. Last night's game was a must-win for both franchises. It was a must-win for the Clippers. It was a must-win for the Lakers, but the Clippers came and handled business. And now the Lakers is facing elimination because the 9th and the 10th seed, you lose one game and you're out. You're out of the playoff. Even though the Suns have nothing to worry about, why would the Suns take it easy on the Lakers, who could possibly be one of your opponent in the playoff? So I'm sure the Suns is going to try to knock the Lakers out, so they end up in the 9th seed and they have to go through the play-in, and they would have to win 2 games to make it into the playoff. So all these days of the media, ESPN, FS1, all these media personnel, all these delusional Laker fans throwing a parade. Oh, we could possibly win the playoff. They're the hottest team. Overhyping this team because they're playing bums. The Lakers have been playing sub-500 teams and bums for weeks now. They finally played a team worth mentioning, and you see the results. Russell Westbrook came out, beat the hell out of the Lakers. So Russell Westbrook came out with something to prove. Obviously, he have a chip on his shoulder because, they traded him, and on top of that, they scapegoated him. He got scrutinized by the Lakers, the media. So, Russell Westbrook had a chip on his shoulder. He came out ready to ball, and he did that. And the rest of the Clippers went along for the ride, and they beat the hell out of the Lakers. Like, the Lakers got stomped from the first quarter all the way to the end of the game. The Lakers never led not one quarter. Not one quarter did the Lakers led. They was getting beat the hell up. So the Clippers had them down by 20 twice. It was an easy win. Easy game. Kawhi did his thing in the first half, but in the second half, Norman Powell took over. Norman Powell was on fire. Norman Powell killed the Lakers. Like, they got destroyed by Norman Powell. So Russell Westbrook started everything. Kawhi jumped in. And in the second half, Norman Powell took over. It was a massacre. So now the Lakers have the Phoenix Suns coming up with Kevin Durant. And if KD plays, if the entire team plays, they're going to lose that game. You could book that as a loss. So now the Lakers are going to end up in the 9th seed. And you don't want to be in the 9th seed, because if you're in the 9th seed, you got to play 2 games to get into the playoff. Any given night, you could lose, basically. You can't rest your hat on, we got to win 2 games. You might have a bad night. Your opponent might be on fire that night. You don't know what could happen. This is a bad situation for Laker Nation. You listen to the media, and they'll tell you this team could win it all, and all this hyperbolic statements. And it's like, come on. Let's not overhype the Lakers beating sub-500 teams and bottom feeders. That's who they were playing for most of the weeks. Bottom feeders and sub-500 teams. Like, these teams are not good. Another issue is nobody want to face the Phoenix Suns. Like, who want to face the Suns, basically? Do the Clippers want to face the Suns, the Warriors? So beyond the Lakers, everybody got issues because if you're in the 5th seed, which the Clippers are right now currently, they would have to face the Suns, and I wouldn't want that. I mean, why would you want to load manage all year, take precautions to end up playing the Suns in the first round? That's crazy. The Warriors and the Clippers are tied record-wise for 5 and 6, and this is a chess game because if I'm the Clippers, I don't want to face the Suns, and I'm sure the Warriors don't either. This is a tough situation. The LeBron Lakers are in a tight spot right now. They're in a jam. They got the Suns coming up, and they got to win that game. They have to win that game. And after the Suns, they got the Pelicans coming up. If the Suns beat the Lakers and the Pelicans, they end up in the 9th spot. Being in the 9th seed is tough because you got to win more games. While the other teams are resting, getting ready for the playoff, you're still playing. And LeBron is older. He's 38 years old. You want him to get his rest, not to be playing in the playing extra games if he don't have to. But that's the situation they're facing because they never took care of business when they needed to. Looking back at the game versus the Rockets when AD sat out, that game is coming back to bite them in the ass right now. If AD played that game versus the Rockets, they would have won. That extra win could have been the difference between being in the playoff and possibly being in the play-in. Or better yet, being in the play-in but being in a higher seed. If you're in the play-in and you're the 7th or the 8th seed, you just got to win one game. That's it. AD sitting out that game versus the Rockets 2 weeks back. That is coming back right now to bite him in the butt. He should have played that game, but he said his doctor said he should sit out, which I thought was a bad decision on his part. Even if they told him not to play, he should have played that game because that one game could be the deciding factor between being in the playoff or being 7th or 8th seed higher up in the play-in compared to being 9th seed, which means you got to play 2 games with an older LeBron. You got to rest your hat in the entire season on winning 2 games. So the Lakers are in trouble. Despite all these delusional Laker fans, we're going to win it all. No, they're not. If you know basketball, you know they're not going to win it all. If they get into the playoff, they might win a round. I'll give them a round at best. They might win a round, depending on matchup. So if the Lakers get into the playoff and they get a favorable matchup, they might could win a series, but that's as far as it goes. But as always, I'll holla. As always, we just talking basketball. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, holla at your boy.
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. I'ma say it. It's all about the game.